stuck somewhere or schema mismatch. Schema mismatch. So at the time, eventually, I need to look upon in detail in terms of the data to develop other methods. So further, we required read authorization, and further we required insert operation, which is going to be insert some of the modifications of the existing data, but it will be insert only the values. Insert means nothing but the value is going to be inserted instead of modifying any results. And we have updated authorize, which allows the modifications but not deletion. Okay, so the basic updation is nothing but just update the values, that's it. If suppose my city is Hyderabad, so I want to update this into Delhi. So at the time I will take the authorization of the update, and I'll keep updating on this, even though even though I won't delete this record. I won't delete this record. It will duplicate, but the location name is unique at the time. So we will also having the concept for a flag for each and every database. Most of the people are following this concept as a flag. Whoever having very variable change or very slowly changing the values with respect to all the other values, it become as a no kind of the thing. Whoever having the very highly vary change in those become as a byte. This is active record. This is a not active record. So like that, we are going to be get as a from flag to get active record or not. And eventually what will happen in this scenario, we will also call as SCD type 2, slowly changing dimension, you can say slowly changing dimension, SCD type 2. So we have different types for the slowly changing dimensional type 1, type 2, type 3. So yeah, this is the type 2 nature of the slowly changing the dimension, I would say. So if you go and read about some of the concepts with related to the MySQL, that is very interesting ideas, I can say. Once you learn this concept in the theoretical nature, once you implement it in the practical oriented, that is very easy to get the glance of it. You will learn very brilliantly with compared to the DDLL concepts and DML concepts. So let's also focus more on the assertions. So assertions is a basic condition. Basically any conditions you have to take consideration that must be always satisfied. So that is a basic definition for the assertions. So domain constant, integrity constants, whatever we learn as special for the assertions. So yeah, so let's go and discuss what are the different commands with related to the DDL concept. Yeah, DDL concept is generally with some of the commands called create a table, or create a new objects inside the database. Alter is a very basic command, I can say. Whenever you alter it, it will be alter it. It may not be delete or it may not be drop. Okay, it will be alter it. The structure of the database is going to be altered. That's it. Drop is nothing but deleting the table, deleting the column, deleting the row, whatever you call it as. And renaming is going to be very helpful whenever you want to rename any kind of the objects or any kind of the table name, like that. So we can play around by using these terminologies we just now learned. The commands is going to be variable. These are all the theoretical part, I can say. The commands is going to be helpful whenever you are playing on with the SQL concepts. Yeah, let's go and play around with this. I have given this link with you, online link, sqltutorial.org. So this tutorial this online database we are going to be get and try to run in this website. Yeah, so I'm currently in some sample database, I can say. This is some sample database. Would like to know about the sample database. So yeah, this is some database. They already interpolated with their own cloud, you can say, their own going to be database. We just want to be retrieved, but let's try to understand what are the different tables we had in this database. So I will take this diagram and try to explain you what are the different kind of the things we are going to be get it from. Yeah, just a second. Yeah. Yeah. So see here, this is a one table. Every table consists of the different columns, right? So this is a different columns with regarding the table name. This is the table one, and this is the table two. This is the table three, table four, like that. So we had different tables, I would say. These are all different tables we had. So what we'll have to do, you have to connect. You have to connect with respect to different tables by giving a relationship. By giving a relationship. By giving a relationship. So how to connect and how to do a relationship? This is also one of the good answers I can say. But we can learn this is a little bit later, little bit later. But as for now, we can play around with one table, play around with one table for DDL concepts, DDL concepts. So let's go and check out that. But as for relations, these are one too many, like kind of the thing with respect to the keys also. So that's more integrity of the learning nature with respect to the other concepts. So I'm not going to the details of that. We can play around with maybe the different table what we had. So let's play around with that so that we'll get some idea how to get the DDL concept and the DML concept we are going to get. Yeah, let's create some sample database so that we'll get some idea. So these are the syntax I can say creating any table. You can see here creating table regions. Suppose you want to create the region table. Okay, so you want to create the region table with regarding this is a syntax create table. Create table. If I take this snippet, I will explain to you maybe. Yeah, you can see here the create table. This is a syntax for creating of any table, and this is the name of the table. Name of the table, and I will give the parenthesis because of my schema and my other columns are going to be represented in that line. So yeah, so the parenthesis is going to be represented as a as per the name of the table is going to be ended. And next thing you can see, next thing the column names are going to be defined. This is a column one, C1 with the typecast or data type with integer 11. So I'm just declaring as a 11 integer character so that it will be allow the 11 up to 11. So you can also see some other column auto increment primary key. So yeah, this is auto increment primary key is going to be very helpful whenever you require to join with the other table. So primary key is very important. This is a P1, you can say primary key. And some other column called region name which consists of varchar. So varchar is a string type basically. So varchar is nothing but a string type, string data type in the SQL, that variable character, that nothing much. So I'm just declaring as a 25th. You can see I'm just declaring as a 25th, so that I will get city name or the region name having the 25th different characters we had. So default is it's going to be null, maybe null. So that's the reason default is maybe null. Some of the cases maybe null. So let's also try to understand the different concepts we are going to be learn with regarding the DDL maybe. So yeah, so you can also see, yeah, you can also see same thing will happen with this, and with the column name, character name, primary key. This is the P1 along with the default values. It is a not null, so it may not be not null. Region ID because of the primary key, right? It may not be not null. So we'll discuss that little later. Keys are very